What's going on, guys? coachchrispect here. In this video, we are going to go back old school. Before Jungle Scout, before ℎ𝕗𝐿𝑖𝐻, and all these product research tools, how did people find products that sell well on Amazon? How did they do it? So let's get right into it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find a product without having to spend money on a tool. Even though I'm going to show you how to find products the old school way. So let's get right into it. So let's say you do not have any cash, you can't go buy Jungle Scout, you don't have 200 bucks to spare, you don't have 60 bucks a month to spare, you can't buy any of these tools. How did people do it before? Well, there's lots of ways that people did it before. Instinctively, you could probably think of many ways that come to mind. Back in the day, it was a lot of come to mind research. Oh, that would sell, or oh, that would sell, or oh, that would sell. And then they would try to verify the numbers. Well, I'm going to kind of merge old school with new school. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it without spending any money. So first thing is first, you do need to know the criteria that's going to be best for you to sell on Amazon. And by criteria, you got to know, you got to have a sales goal. You got to have a sales goal. You got to kind of want to have an idea of how much money how much revenue you want to sell a month. Obviously, you want to make this into a business. You want to be a professional seller. You want to make this work. You want to make a lot of money. So how can you go about making a lot of money? So let's just talk about that. So let's redo this. What's going on, guys? coachchrispect here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do product research for Amazon for free. No money at all required to do this method of product research, and it is probably better than most paid for product research methods out there. Let's get right into it. So what do you need? We're going to kind of mend or combine, if you will, the old school with the new school. So free method product research tool without buying programs or software or any of that type of stuff. What do we need? So first thing we need is you need to determine your goals. Okay, and I'll just go through this quickly. It's obviously not complicated. Our goal is to make money and take calculated risks and not lose money. That's obvious, but we need to have an idea or concept of what it is we want to accomplish. So the goal that you want to accomplish when you're trying to find products that sell on Amazon is you want to find a price that is an impulse buy price point. So the first setup, let's just use this whiteboard here. Impulse buy. Impulse buy. Okay. Impulse buy price point. What is the impulse buy price point on Amazon? It's actually fairly big. It's bigger than most people think. It's from about $15 to $50. But let's just shrink that price point. Let's go with $15 to $30. Okay, that is a definite guaranteed impulse buy price point. Plus, it's actually a higher volume price point as well, meaning a lot more people are going to buy a lot more products in one day at this price point than any other price point, not including the ones that are lower than that. Because the ones that are lower than that, there's no money in that game. You really gotta sell a high volume. So impulse buy is the first thing. Second thing we need to go through is demand. We need to find products that have demand. Okay, we need to find products that have demand. I'm going to show you how to do that without spending money. Now, obviously, I have Jungle Scout. I have tools that'll help me figure that out in a blink of an eye. I just have to click a button. But again, if you don't have $200 to buy the tool and $70 a month or whatever the case may be, then let's learn how to do that for free. Next thing you need to know and figure out is your competition. Okay, you don't want to get into products that have high competition. Competition, C-O-M-P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N. Competition. Okay, you want low competition. Lower the better. You don't want to compete with people who have the market locked down. So I'll show you how to figure out your competition. And in this video, we need to figure out one more thing. Probably the most important thing is the product has to be the right product. The right product. You don't want things that are seasonal. You want to make sure that you're picking the right product. So how do you figure out if it's the right product? Let's see if we can figure that out here. So let's just make some little colors here. Oh, let's go with something thicker. Wow, yeah, let's make that look nicer. All right, guys, enough goofing around. Let's get right into this. So first thing you want to do is you open up your Amazon store. I want you to open up Google, and I want you to open up a tool that's available for free. Again, this is a free video. We're going to figure out how to do it for free. So open up Amazon. Or we can even open up Google. You're going to Google because it's easier than going on Amazon. Google your marketplace. So let's say we're going to do Amazon.com and then Google the word best seller. Sellers or best seller. Okay. You are going to get this right here called the Amazon best sellers list. Now there's actually a couple lists I'm going to show you, not just the best sellers list. I'm going to show you probably about 4 to look at. Okay, so now we have all the available categories based on the best sellers, so the top 100 products within the category. This is going to help us determine products that sell extremely well, so have demand. Okay, so if we go back to here, we have demand right here. Okay, so check that off. We have demand, knowing full well that we're looking at the best sellers. The next thing you want to look at is, again, Google your marketplace, so Amazon.com, and we are going to look at movers and shakers list. The mover and shakers list are products that have all of a sudden jumped up within the last 24 hours. So they're big movers. They've made some big gains on Amazon. So we want this movers and shakers list. Okay, the next one and the last one that we are going to show you here are the Amazon.com new releases. Okay, so obviously there are other sellers that sell on Amazon. We want to know what products they are releasing. So we want to take a look at the Amazon.com new release list. There we go. Now, yeah, new list, books. Make sure that we have all the categories. Is that all books? Okay, good. Just making sure that we have all the categories available to us. So I'm going to use these 3 major ones right here to go through the products. So we have, let's zoom that in. Again, we're doing this for free, so I'm even on a free whiteboard for you guys. I'm even on a free whiteboard. So obviously you could see what the ad that was at the bottom. So we got demand. We are going to find the right product. We are going to find competition is low, and we have our price point. So now what you want to do is you want to go to your list, okay, and within your list choose your categories. Now obviously there's a lot of categories to choose from. A lot of these categories are gated, meaning you're going to need to figure out if you can sell in them or not. So you can do a Google search for categories that are gated in your marketplace, and the ones that are not, those are the ones that you'll want to look at. For example, a category that is not gated would be let's see, home and kitchen is definitely not gated. So we'll click on home and kitchen and we'll use that for this particular example. Now there might be a couple products within home and kitchen. For example, Instant Pot, the #1 selling product on Amazon, is a gated product. You can't turn around and make Instant Pots and sell them on Amazon. Well, you probably could, but you couldn't call it the Instant Pot brand. Okay, so now that we have the top 100 product best sellers, okay, we want to open that same thing up for movers and shakers as well. Okay, so we're going to look for home and kitchen, and we also want to bring it up for new releases. So again, we're going to go to home and kitchen. So you're probably wondering, or you're probably thinking, I know why he has all 3 categories, so he can cross-reference. You got it. So you want to see and you want to be able to cross-reference between the categories to see which ones are hot sellers, new releases, trending really well, and our movers and shakers are moving up the board fairly quickly. Okay, so now let me teach you exactly how we figure out high demand. And obviously, everything in these categories are going to have pretty high demand, but I'm going to show you another level of determining demand. Okay, so we'll talk about that. And then the next thing is, we'll just go right here. Okay, is competition. So let's go here. Make that big. We want low competition. So what is competition? Competition is reviews. So when a product or a seller has reviews, it makes it harder for you to compete against him. So the more reviews he builds as a seller, the harder it is for you to compete against him, because consumers read reviews. So if you have 0 reviews and he has 300, how hard is it going to be for you to compete with 300 people saying his product and service is great and no one at all saying your product or service is great? So we want to find categories and products that have low reviews, not for just one listing, but for multiple listings on page 1. We want to get inside and sell into those niches. Okay, so we want low reviews, less than, I usually put the number out there of 100. There are some people that say 150, some people that say less than 200. Some people really go low and want to only get into categories less than 50. So I'm comfortable with telling people less than 100 is good, because I use a little different method to give myself confidence that I can sell in a niche. I'll show you that right now. So we want high demand. So, you know, we want product with sales. Let's say we want to see an average sale of more than 200, okay, per month. We want to kind of see that amount. Okay, and we want to see less than 100 reviews. We want to see a price point between $15, $30, and we want to see, we want to figure out which ones are the right products. Okay, all right, so let's jump out of there. Let's go here. Okay, so now we have all these products. Now we're in the product research page. Okay, so now what you can do is, let me just go to this tool right here. So it's a free tool. You're going to Google Jungle Scout Estimator. Okay, there's a tool out there that's free that will allow you to get an estimation on how many units are sold per month based on the product's category and its rank. Okay, so again, you're going to need a piece of pen and paper. Now you're going to need a piece of pen and paper. Again, that's free. Okay, so a piece of pen and paper. This takes longer, but I mean, things that aren't free usually do take longer, take more education and more time for you to figure things out. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go through products that are in this category and meet your criteria. So the first criteria we said was between $15 and $30. So you're going to write down all the things between $50 and $30. So you have 300 products to go through for this particular category that we're in, home and kitchen. You have 300. Remember, bestsellers, there's 100. Okay, movers and shakers, there's 100, and new releases, there's 100. Okay, so that's a total of 300. You have a price point between $15. We don't even want to see things that are $14.99. We want to see $15 or more and $30. If it's over $30, we don't even want to look at it. So you got to be very focused and strict with your criteria. Okay, so let's go through this. So we got $29.99. So this one falls at $29.94. Okay, it's a hydro flask double wall. So we're going to write down, first thing we're going to write down is the product keyword. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to write down. So when you look at this, you look at the name of the product, you look at the product and go, what would I call it? What would I call something like that? Hydro flask, 18-ounce double wall, vacuum insulated stainless steel, leak-proof sports water bottle. Well, I'd call it a sports water bottle for the most part, or a water bottle, sports water bottle. And you're going to create a list as big as you can make that list. Okay, so this particular thing comes out for $29.95. Maybe I use another keyword in there called flask, hydro flask. Now that's his brand, so I'm not going to use brand. You want to compare and make sure brand, you're not using brand names, just a name that will identify the product. And let me make this clear. When you're typing in that keyword, the name, you want to see other products exactly like the one that you're researching. Not just a very broad. You want broad, you do want broad, but you also want a little longer keyword tail, long tail, whatever they call it, so that it's specific to the product that you're looking at, right to the niche, okay? So sports water bottle might not be specific enough. Double wall, maybe double wall. So let me put in double wall. DBL wall. Okay, double wall water bottle, maybe something like that. Okay, it's $29.95, so you're going to write down the price. So $29.95. Then you're going to write down, the next thing we want to do is figure out the sales estimation. So we are in the listing. What we want to do now is we want to go down to the very bottom where they're going to have product information. Okay, a lot of information sometimes you have to get to product information right here. This is your product information page. On product information page, you are going to find a ranking. Okay, you're going to find a ranking. Hopefully we'll find one here. Customer reviews. This guy's got 5,100 reviews. Control F, rank. Okay, not here. So for whatever reason, this guy doesn't even have a ranking on his product. Okay, so I am going to introduce you to another free tool that you can download. See how nice I am? I'm giving you free tools. So you'll notice if you're going on your Amazon, you didn't have this graph. This graph is called ℎ𝕗𝐴, and ℎ𝕗𝐴 is a free graph that you can get on Google, the Google store, the Google Chrome store. It's a Chrome extension. Just go to the Google Chrome store, type in ℎ𝕗𝐴, K-E-E-P-A, download it. It'll show up right here. It's this little plus sign. Once it's in, it'll embed into your Amazon price history. And it's good. So as you can see, this guy's had the same price the whole time. But it'll also show you rank history. But let's go back here. Let's go back here so you can see something. So statistics, right here on the right side of this graph, you see a sales rank. Let me zoom into that. Sales rank right there. So as of May 3rd, he was ranked number 7. As of 1 hour ago, he was ranked number 13. Going back to October 6th, he was ranked 8,771. So quite the details from ℎ𝕗𝐴. ℎ𝕗𝐴, again, free tool. Doesn't cost you any money. Gives you good rank details. Usually when you go down to the product description, it's in there as well. Current rank. Obviously, we are on a rank page, which is actually the top bestseller for this particular product. Go back here. Okay, so in new releases is fairly new. It was ranked, it's currently ranked number 7. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take in sports and outdoors, we want to go here and take his current rank, and we want to plug that into the sales estimator tool. ℎ𝕗𝐴, where did you go? ℎ𝕗𝐴 is just scrolling in here. Okay, so his current rank, number 7 or number 13, whatever it is, we want to go here, and so we're in home and improvement. So now you want to go to junglescout.com estimator. You want to choose your marketplace. We're in the US. You want to go to home and improvement, or excuse me, home and kitchen, not home and improvement, home and kitchen. Then you want to type in the rank. Let's just say it was number 7, so 7 rank. Okay, and you want to find out what his estimated sales are per month. So he sells about 23,000 of these. So his demand, let me do this sideways. Okay, so we got product keyword. Then we have price. Then we have demand, reviews. Okay, so we have double wall water bottle. Okay, then we have a price of $29.95. This is a new one, so we'll say that I'm going to put one more thing in the beginning. I'm going to say this is from the category called Hot New Releases. Hot New Releases, HNR. Okay, just a reminder that it's from HNR. Okay, now we going to write the demand down is 23K, 23,000 a month. This guy sells of a $29 bottle. Now we want to see how many reviews he has. We already know that he has more reviews than our classification. Okay, so we knew that he had 5,100. It's going to be impossible for a zero guy to compete with him, and he owns the marketplace. But what we want to do now is we want to actually check not just the one seller, but we want to check the whole niche. And by doing that, what you have to do is you go to the marketplace that you're in, Amazon.com, you go to the category, or you can do all, or you can go to the category. So let's just type the category in. So we are home and kitchen, and then we are going to type in what we thought the keyword would be for that particular product. So double wall water bottle. There we go. It's kind of a long tail keyword. Similar products. Let's see if we can see. There's that #1 guy right here. Some other versions very similar to it. Okay, so now this is page 1. This is called page 1. And this is your goal, your #1 goal. Let's go back to here. Okay, let's do a new page. Let's go here. Let's do a new page. Create. Boom. #1 goal. Let's expand this. Number 1 is page #1. You want to rank your product on page 1. If you don't rank on page 1, you are failing. You have to rank your product on page 1. As you can see, that's where all the sales are. 80% of the sales that happen for a product somebody is searching for, they buy it from page 1. So your primary goal is to rank on page 1. Okay, so how do we rank on page 1? We have to make sure there's space for us to rank on page 1. We have to make sure that there's space, meaning we have to make sure that based on the product that we want to buy and a couple of variations of the keyword we would search for, other people may search differently. So here's another tool for you. Wonder if it'll work right now because I think I used up all my free usages. Sellerprime.com has a free search tool, keyword search tool. You can hit it in their resources, free tools, keyword search tool. Okay, so double wall water bottle. You would type that in there. It'll tell you how many people are searching for double wall water bottles, whether it's 80,000 searches a day or 10. It's going to tell you using this tool, but it's also going to tell you other variations that are similar to that search. Let me see if I can do that search today. It might say I can't. Showing results. So 24-hour quota of 5 has already been met. Boo. So I can't show you that demonstration on here, but it's an easy help for you. Again, I don't own this tool. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm telling you use the free resource here. You get 5 a day to check out keywords for, and it'll give you a list of 20 that are similar to it, and it'll tell you how many people are also searching that per day. Okay, and it'll even tell you cost per click if you want to advertise based on that keyword. So now you go back here. What you do is you check page 1. This is page 1. These are all the product listings on page 1. There are about 24 of them. And you write down the reviews. Now, half of 24 is 12. Our goal is to find 12 listings that have less than 100. Can we do it? I doubt it. Water bottle is a super competitive niche, especially a #1 ranked. So 1,500? Nope. That's 3. If it gets to 12 before I get to 12, so 37. So that's 5 to 1 for above, 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 9 to 1, 10 to 1, 11 to 1, 12 to 1. Oh, 13 to 1, 13 to 2, 13 to 3, 13 to 4, 14 to 4, 15 to 4, 15 to 5, 16 to 5, 16 to 6, 17 to 6, 17 to 7, 24, 17 to 7. So there are 7 listings that sneak in there. Again, 17-to-7 ratio is it's very hard for you. It's going to be very hard for you to get into there. 17-to-7. It's a lose. You got to win. So on paper, you might be thinking, oh, but it does so much. You lose the game if you try. So I wouldn't risk getting into that particular keyword. So then you would keep going. Okay, so this is a great way to do product research. If all of a sudden you found one, let's just say that this product was a hit. We had a score of 13-to-11. 13, less than 100 reviews. 11, way above. Okay, so now if we won the reviews, low demand or low competition spots to get in, what we would want to do is go to Alibaba, and this would be the next, and see if the product is good. It's a good product. How do we know if it's a good product? Well, the price has to be right. It has to be worth it. Usually my recommendation is if you're going to sell it for $29.95, you want the price to buy it at to be around a $29.95 product. You got to get it all said and done with shipping and handling for $5. Okay, so 29.95 divided by 5. What is that? Oh, sorry, 5 divided by 29.9. So 5 divided by 30. Let's go with 5 divided by, so 16%. So 20% of the cost is usually what I put it at. So a max of 20% of the cost. So let's go with 29.95 times 0.2. So $6 max, including shipping and handling and the product. And you want to get at least 300-400 of them, if not 500 of them. But you want to buy that much when you're doing private label, because then they'll brand it for you. So now we're going to look for the product, double wall water bottle. Stainless steel was in there, so long tail keywords. So there you go. So you can get a water bottle, you can get it branded for anywhere between $2.50 and $4. Very good price. It's a double wall, and you can get that product branded. You can get your logo on it if you're willing to buy at least 400 to 500 units. If you're willing to buy that many, you can get your logo on it. So if that category, which it's not, it's too competitive to me, but if that category met this criteria for page 1, had less than half the reviews, so less than 12, the score was a win. And if the product met the price point, and then on here it was less than 20% of the cost of this your go-to sell price, then it's a win. You could go ahead with that sale. So that's a great way to do product research in 30 minutes here. Hope you guys liked this video. If it made sense for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Yeah, I'm going to try to put out as much content as I can. I appreciate you guys. Respect. Peace.